Okay. Okay, can everybody see that? Okay.
Should I start now?
Yes, sorry, I muted myself. Go ahead.
Yeah. So hello everyone, my name is Eva. So we will have a very brief introduction because we know we only have 1 hour, and then we will try to keep the presentation short. But I would welcome any questions if you have about egg tarts or about traditional culture, about traditional culture in Hong Kong. So as long as I know it, I can answer it. Yeah. So just pop up your message in the chat. But yeah, we will just keep this very, very short. So something about egg tarts, I think, I'm not sure if all of you have eaten egg tart before, but I think by looking at it, you can tell what's inside, like egg and a tart. So we will talk about the history, like the origin, but it will be a very brief. So we can go to the next slide. Yeah. So about egg tarts, there are actually a couple of varieties. So back in the I think back in the 1940s, this is from my research. So yeah, and then egg tart were introduced to Hong Kong. Like I think the story behind it was because of some trading opportunities. The Europeans brought the concept of egg tarts to Guangzhou, China, and then because of them merchants coming here and there, so and then they brought it to Hong Kong, and then it became one of the signature things in Hong Kong, and it became so popular that you can find it in almost any bakery now. I don't think there will be one like having no egg tarts. Like yeah, literally, like you can just go into any bakery for an egg tart, or even I heard that even some 7-Eleven stores in Hong Kong they sell tarts too. So and then you can tell. But yeah, some people they prefer to have it from the bakery, and some people may have it in the Chinese restaurant and also some tea house. So yeah, and for variety, we I just list 3 common ones, especially those we can find in Hong Kong. And I think you can also find them here. So for the first one on the top is the Portuguese egg tart, which has a layer of caramel, like they kind of like burn the sugar on top, and then it's flaky, like the paste is somewhat like a pastry style. So that one is the Portuguese one, more popular in Macau than in Hong Kong, but we also have that in Hong Kong, and even KFC in Hong Kong we can order those. So for the one in the middle is the puff pastry egg tart, which is also a very popular variety in Hong Kong, but because of the time limitation and also because of the complexity, we are not making puff pastry egg tart today. Yeah, hopefully if we have a chance next time or like in the future we may try, but it takes much longer to wait. Actually the wait time is much longer because you have to wait until the pastry get cool down, and then you have to roll it quite many times. So yeah, so the bottom one is my favorite actually, so and that's why we are making it today. Yeah, it's the buttery cookie crust egg tart. Usually we call it in Hong Kong we call it yao pei dan tart, butter egg tart. So it's like basically the tart is just like a cookie. So and it goes well with also with fruit. So if you make if you're going to make fruit tart, you can also use the same recipe. Just skip the egg, and then you can put filling, or you can put cream there, and then put fresh fruit. So so today we are making the tart from scratch. I know some people may prefer to buy those shells, tart shells from Superstore, because they're like a whole roll frozen. Those would also work, but I find them really thin, and also they didn't taste exactly the same as those we have in egg tarts, and the texture is a little different because it's kind of like soft on the soft side. It's just in between the cookie crust and the puff pastry. So I find it a little weird to use those. But yeah, if you need something quick, of course, you can buy those and then just use the recipe we are using for the egg filling. You can also do that. So it will save you some time. Okay, the next one. Okay, so let's start. So, I think we have the ingredients list on the 4th slide, Rebecca.
Sorry, you'd like me to reshare that?
Yeah.
Okay,
The
1 second.
4th slide. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you. So is there anyone cooking along today? Yeah, because I will try to pace myself so that you can follow easier if you are doing that along. So if you are if you are attempting to do it together, could you send a message on the chat so we know that you are following? If not, I can just go to keep the time. Yeah. So yeah, just send a message there. So for ingredients, I think Rebecca had already sent you an ingredient list, but here you go for all the ingredients we are using today. And so I try to simplify the recipe we are using. You can find a lot of different varieties, but this is tested, and I find it like the ingredients will be like easy to find in basically any grocery store. So I hope this would help you. Like, instead of following a very traditional recipe you can find online, this is tested, and then this work. So yeah, and then this is easy to find. Like the ingredients are easy to find. So let's just quickly go over the ingredients. But I will just I can just scroll down from the list. Okay, butter. Make sure the butter is in room temperature because it will be easier for you to whisk and mix with the sugar. So 90 grams, and then like sugar or icing sugar. For this recipe, I don't think it matters whether you have sugar or icing sugar. For why most recipes suggesting icing sugar is because it's easier to incorporate those tiny fine particles into the butter. But well, it's easy to work with even if you just use granulated sugar, like plain sugar. So don't bother if you don't have icing sugar, but if you have icing sugar, just go for it. Then cake flour, or you may also use all-purpose flour. Doesn't make a big difference. For cake flour, it will give you a little more crispiness, but yeah, the difference is so little, so you can always use all-purpose flour to replace it. And then milk, any milk. Most of the recipes, traditional ones, they use evaporated milk, but I know milk is more common in the fridge than evaporated milk. So because of the little amounts that we are using, we just can use normal milk, regular milk. Any percentage, 1%, 2%, doesn't matter. Yeah. And then egg, for egg, we need 18 grams. So it's hard to tell how much it is, but I kind of measure it. If you're using a small or medium size egg, it will be like half of an egg. So it's easy to remember. And for having little difference, it's okay. It's okay. You can just add a little more flour if you find it too wet. So don't worry about it. And then a pinch of salt just for taste. Okay. And then egg custard filling. So hot water, boiling water will be good, but as long as the water is hot enough to melt the sugar, it will be good. Yeah. So egg, about 2 eggs plus some leftover, but yeah, 2 eggs will be good. Okay. And then milk. Also, evaporated milk is what usually traditional recipe use, but you can use whole milk, 2% and anything. So and vanilla extract is optional. If you have those, add a few drops. If not, just skip it. Yeah. For tools, if you have a hand mixer, it will be good because it helps you to mix easier. But if not, you can just use a whisk. That will also help. And then you need a spatula, rolling pin, tart molds, or muffin tin. For tart molds and muffin tin, I will I will demonstrate like the difference between the two, because I know not many people would buy those tart molds, like those metal ones. So if you're not making them like so frequently, so I would just try out with muffin tin, and then I find that even silicone muffin molds would work, but it just takes a little more patience to do it. And then sieve for filtering the egg mixture, and also oven, of course. Okay, so the next one is the step. Yeah. So I think instead of like going through all these steps, I will just demonstrate to you. Yeah, because yeah, it will save some time. But feel free to ask questions if you find any questions along the way. Just send a message. Okay. So okay, let's get started. We'll start it. Okay. So I hope you can see my stuff here. So we will be making the crust first, because it takes some time to get it cool down. So first of all, grab your mixing bowl, and then butter, room temperature butter. And then your mixer, if you have an electric one, it would be good. If not, just use the like whisk. Okay. So just as long as you see it like this, like all soft and mixed blend, just add the sugar. Sugar will be 45 grams.
Sorry, Eva, I think the museum Zoom account, the chat settings were changed. So I'm going to change it so that everybody can see everybody's comments. But you have had a couple of questions. If I could just get those to you really quickly. Let me see here. There are actually quite a few questions. Hold on.
Yeah, good question.
Can you replace milk with oat milk? Is one of the questions.
First pardon, what replace what?
Can you use oat milk?
Oat milk, yes, sure. Yeah, I tried soy milk. It works, yeah.
Okay.
So oat milk should work.
And for those asking for the instructions, I do have the ingredient list and kind of the recipe, but the instructions would just be in Eva's presentation. So perhaps later we can share that.
Yeah, sure. You can send it to to them. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no secret, yeah. But because that's really like a simplified version, so you just have to pay attention to what I'm talking here. Yeah, but yeah, after the presentation, you know what those lines mean. But yeah, it's easy. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. You go ahead. I'm going to go change our chat settings, and I'm also going to link the ingredients.
So what I'm doing here is mixing sugar and butter until it is fluffy, and you can see the butter is like light yellow, soft. So, and then add in eggs. 18 grams, about 18 grams. So add in there. Just give it a good mix. So as long as you can see things are mixed well, and like this is milk. Milk is 10 grams. Yeah. So here's the mixture. Yeah. And then you need your flour. So flour is cake flour 155. So this is 155, half of 155 because I'm doing half of the portion. So just put it in. Yeah. And then a pinch of salt. Yeah. And then just mix it. And you will find that like it will become, okay, yeah. So just mix it until it forms a dough, like, or like somewhat like a dough shape. Yeah. Then you can use your hands with this, and then just mix it into a dough. Yeah, you don't really need to knead it, but yeah, just combine all this stuff here. Yeah. Okay. If you find it too wet for you, because of the difference in like the ability to absorb the liquid, because every flour is a little different. So yeah, sometimes if you find it too sticky and too wet, you can add a little flour to the mixture. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I'm doing half of the portion because I have prepared half of the recipe, so I can demonstrate easier. So this is really a small one. Yeah, so this is half of my recipe, but like you will see the another half because I just got it out from my fridge. So if it is too wet, this one is too wet. Okay. If it is too wet, add a little flour. Yeah. It won't affect much about the texture, the outcome. Yeah, as long as you are adding little by little. So, okay, so here you go. So it doesn't need to be perfect as long as it stays together. Yeah.
So Eva, I always like to ask this question, but I'm curious, how did you learn to make these tarts? Did someone in your family show you how?
No, my mom just bought it. I learned it by myself. Yeah. Actually, before I moved to Canada, 10 years ago, I spent about a year taking interest class, baking class, because I know I will be missing this kind of stuff, like snacks. And then like, yeah, people told me, well, you can find everything in Vancouver. But I said, yeah, if I don't drive, if I live far away, so how could I do that? So I was so well prepared, and then I spent like a year learning different types of like Hong Kong style food. So egg tart was not one of those, but like my teacher like shared a couple of tips and recipes, so we made it at home. And then like yeah, once you try it, you find it easy to make. Yeah, just may not be perfect as those sold in the bakery, but like you will love it. So this is the finished dough, soft. Yeah, and then just grab you can put it in a Ziploc bag, or you can use a plastic wrap. So here I just use it. Oh, I should wash my hands. Yeah, just put it and then put it in the fridge. Put it in the fridge. So is anyone cooking along, Rebecca? Do you know if anyone is cooking along?
So if anyone's cooking along, I think I saw one person say before. Could you repeat that in the chat if you are cooking along, please?
And if you find it too fast for you, please let me know. Yeah. Anytime I just go too fast.
So it looks like we have 2 people cooking along.
Okay, take your time. Yeah.
3 people.
Take your time. Yeah. You can wrap it with a plastic wrap, because after all you will have to roll it flat. So yeah, but because I'm having a very small dough, so I just use a Ziploc bag. It's easy. And then put it in the fridge. If you want it to get cooled down really quickly, you can put it in the freezer for like 5 minutes. But yeah, I think we're good. We just need to keep it in the fridge for like 10 to 15 minutes. So you might have enough time.
So Eva, it looks like 5 people are cooking along, and some people are okay with the speed, but but a couple, yeah, a little bit too fast, they said.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, let's slow down a little bit. Yeah, thank you for telling me.
No problem.
You can always adjust. Yeah. And for those who are not cooking along, if you think of any questions, just don't be shy. Just ask. Yeah.
There's a question here from Sandra. Why do we need to put it in the fridge?
Oh, because we have to we have to wait until the dough gets like to develop some gluten, so it will be easier to roll it out. If you just use it directly, then it may break very easily, and then the butter will melt, because like we don't want the butter to get like totally melted when we make cookies or make tart, because it will affect the final texture of the product, and then it will be very greasy if you don't keep it in the fridge for like 10 to 15 minutes at least. Yeah, it will be easy for you to work on afterwards. So yeah, this is the trick. Or you can do it overnight if you want. Yeah, you can do it overnight and then take it out before you work on it. So. Okay. So for those who are cooking along, if you are following well, I will move on to the next step, but I will wait a bit. Yeah. And the next one.
I think you're okay to move forward, but I will ask one more question. Have you made this with your children?
Yes, they love to help with the tart mold, like like do this in the little press, like yeah, and they are advancing. Like in the old days, they didn't do it so well, like, but now they master it.
Oh, that's great. Now they can learn from you.
Like making a mess here, so yeah, just ask them to be able. Yeah.
Oh, you have one question before you move forward. Is it wrong to start with cold butter? Deborah asks.
It's harder to do. Like it's much harder. It will give you a harder time if you use cold butter. Yeah. So one trick is if you forgot to get your butter out before you want to cook, put it in the oven or put it in the microwave for a really, really short time, like 10 seconds, like until it is soft to touch, like softer to touch. So yeah. I think for people who bake all the time, they keep a little break of butter somewhere in the kitchen instead of in the fridge. So yeah, that's what I observe from my friends who love cooking. Yeah.
Okay, so, last question before I interrupt you. I'm sorry. There's a muffin pan and a silicone muffin cup that Sandra has. Is one better to use?
I will let you make the choice, because like for, okay, yeah, maybe let's talk about this. Yeah, so I'm not sure if these are like the size that you have, Sandra. If it is this kind of like rather big one, then you will have a big tart. Yeah, but it's totally up to you. Yeah, so if you have smaller silicone ones, then these also work well. Like yeah, if you can see from my presentation, I have one picture. I normally I don't use this kind of like the silicone ones. I haven't tried before I prepare for this workshop, but I think like not many people would buy this kind of stuff. Yeah, so I tried using this one, and it worked really well, like to my surprise. So I took a picture, and then like, so you know it's true that you can use. So I would say muffin, like this kind of silicone ones would do, like might be harder for you to make the shape, but it is more flexible, because it's not like going together. Like yeah, just personal choice. I would love individual ones instead of like the whole one. So yeah. And this one is rather big, and then like you will have to put a lot of egg fillings inside, but you can use that. So, okay, yeah. So before we move on, get some hot water or warm water as long as it can melt those sugar. Yeah. So hot water. So we are now doing the egg filling. Hot water, 110, and then mix with sugar, 50 grams. Yeah. So just give it a good mix. If your water is really, really hot, you make sure you have it like cool down a little bit after the mixing to add in the eggs. If not, you will cook the eggs. So, yeah. I had one time I used boiling water and I forgot to let it cool down. I just do it too fast and then I pour it to the eggs and then all the eggs have been cooked. So you restart all over again. Yeah. So mix. So this is the water with sugar. Mixed well, and then egg and milk. This is egg. So if you have leftover from the from your crust, then you can just pour it in, and then so like give it a stir. Here I just used 2 large eggs, so it's like 100 grams already. So you need much leftover. So and then prepare some containers. You can use a cup, measuring cup, or like just any cup you find easy to use. How accurate does the 100 need to be? 100. Oh, the eggs. Doesn't really make a big difference if it is like within 10 to, I would say 10 to 20 grams. It won't matter much. Yeah, it won't be too regularly. So yeah, it's just like steamed egg. So yeah, if you reduce, like if the ratio is like you have more liquid, less egg, then it will be more jiggly. Yeah, but still it will set. Yeah. So what am I doing? Okay, no, not yet. Oops. Okay, now eggs, and make sure your water is just warm, not boiling. Yeah, you don't want to cook the eggs, so just mix these 2 together: egg and eggs and water, sugar. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and then you have 70 grams milk. You can add it in. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So give it a good mix, and then you will use your sieve to sieve it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then your sieve, big one, small one, doesn't matter. So yeah, as long as, because we will be doing it like at least 2 times. Yeah, to make sure the eggs are good. So pour it to a bigger cup if you have one, or a bowl. Yeah. So, the egg white is usually tricky. No, don't go here. Okay. Okay. Egg white is sticking. Okay. And then you just filter it through the sieve.
So while you're filtering, there's a question here from Danielle. She says, if I wanted to cheat a little bit, can I use puff pastry for the Portuguese style egg tart?
I think it works. Yeah, but you may need some testing, like to like how because using those pre-made pastry is a little tricky, because you just don't know how to control the temperature sometimes. Yeah, it get burned so easily. I don't know why, because I think because they added something extra to the making. So I thought it's trickier to find the right temperature, but obviously you can do it. Yeah. Okay, so one time and then do it a second time. Yeah. The first time is good already, but do it a second time. And if you want to add vanilla extract, you can add it here. Just a couple drops. Yeah. If you don't, just keep it. Yeah.
Sandra is wondering, oh, we had someone answer the question, but we'll let you answer as well, what the sieve does to the egg.
Oh, is filter those who cannot, like, it makes it smoother, like smooth. It makes the egg smooth. So you don't want to see bubbles and also lumps on your egg tart. Yeah. So do it the second time. Yeah. And now, if you haven't preheat your oven, please do preheat your oven to 375. 375. Yeah. What time is it? Oh. Okay. Oops. So final one. Just pour it. Here. Yeah, I just do the third time only because I want to use this measuring cup to pour the filling to the tart, because it has a spurt. So yeah. Okay. Usually the second time is good enough. Yeah. Here you go. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So egg mixture ready. And then we are bringing the crust out from the fridge. So yeah. Yeah, I have a pre-made one. This is the one that I made earlier. So take it out and then give it a press, and then take out your rolling pin. Yeah. I usually, when I do the rolling, I cover it with a piece of plastic wrap so it won't stick. Yeah, but if you don't do that, you can also use some flour on top. So just roll it into about I would say 0.4 to 0.5 cm thick. Yeah. So this is half portion, and then the other half is here. We just roll it here. So this is good for like 5 to 6 tarts. Yeah. So just roll it out, and then sticking a little bit already. Yeah. So if you find it sticking, just add some flour. Oops, stick to the mat. Too much water. Okay, never mind. Just roll it again. Yeah, get some flour. I forgot to use some flour here. Okay, just add some flour, just to make your work easier. Okay. So. Okay. So it doesn't have to be perfect, yeah, because it's tart shell anyway. So this is a 5 cm tart shell, but it's somewhat tricky because when you talk about 5 cm, it's actually like, it depends. This is 5 cm and this is also 5 cm when you buy it. But on the top, you can see this is like 7 and this is like 5-ish. So yeah, you can tell the difference, and one is taller and one is shorter. So, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. So if you have this kind of shell, it will be easy for you because you can just do it like this. just do it like this and press. Yeah. And then you can get one good size. So perfect size. And then just gently press it with your thumb and then keep rolling. So this is the easiest if you have this kind of shells, tart mold. Yesterday, I did a search online on Amazon. They sold it at $5 per 10 or per 20. So it's really, really cheap. Yeah, I think it's a special deal. Yeah. So just make sure it is even. Keep rolling, pressing. Just make sure it is even. So you make one. If you don't have, if you're not using this kind of shells at the tart mold, like if you're using this one, and just one more step, use something round. This is bigger, but smaller one. Use something round to cut it out, or just get a ball, like get a dough, about 30 grams if you want to weight it, but doesn't really matter. Just roll it, a ball, and then pick one shell, press it in the middle, and then keep rolling. Just do it evenly. Just push it, make it even, and you can always get the excess one out on the edge. So yeah. Some people will prefer to measure it beforehand, like cutting it out for like just equal portions. Yeah, if you're using like this kind of oh, I should be using that one. Okay, I will do the demonstration for this one. Forget about it. Okay, so question, right?
Oh, I was just going to say that is one of the questions. And I also love this comment. You can also find the tart shells at Tinland in Chinatown. That's great to know.
Yeah, okay, good tips. Yeah. So for silicone ones, it's harder, but just one reminder, just don't have to go to the top if it is this deep, because egg tarts is usually just like halfway. So you don't have to do it all the way up. Yeah. If not, then you will have to adjust the portion. Like for the recipe we are using, we're not supposed to make it very deep one, so you may not have enough egg mixture in the end for all the tarts. So for this one, again, you just press it as even as possible. So you have to eyeball it. Like if you are like doing it like 1 cm below the edge, then just keep it 1 cm below the edge for the whole one. So, and if it is too thick for you, just take out some of those. Yeah, this is just like making Play-Doh. Yeah. Okay. Some people want thicker crust, then you can do it thicker. Some people want it like thin, so you can do it thin. Yeah. So just do it approximately about 1 cm below. Yeah. But it's totally up to you. If you want it to be deeper, then you can do it deeper. So just keep just I can't read it that fast. Rebecca, we have a question, right?
It's a tip. A tip from Karen about the size.
Oh, cool.
I think 30 grams of pastry is a ball approximately 2.5 centimeters / an inch in diameter.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, about 30. Yeah, sometimes I use 26. Sometimes because I did make the measurement to get it as accurate for you as possible, so you have some more reference. Yeah, it's like between 26 to 30. Yeah, really depends on how thick you want your crust to be. So it's like this. Keep it round, and then keep it as even as possible. Yeah. So some people prefer to like brush some butter or oil, like grease the tin first. But actually, I don't find it necessary to do that. But if you are afraid you have a hard time taking it out, then just do it. Yeah, no harm. So now I would just do it quick, and then hopefully we have 10 more minutes. Yeah, we need about 20 minutes to bake. Okay, I will just do it as quick as possible. Yeah. Sorry for me taking so long.
If we're a few minutes over, that's okay.
Yeah, I just want to keep you guys. Yeah. So for those who are cooking along, are you doing good? Yeah, it's just like this, pressing. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect if you, just do it for yourself. Yeah, as long as there is no hole, it's good. Yeah. If you have little kids, ask them to help you, like to press it. Yeah, just to push it. Yeah, they find it very, very mediating, like a meditation. They want to make it. Okay. So before you pour the mixture, the egg mixture, poke some holes onto the shell, tart shell. Yeah. Okay, so poke some holes here. Yeah, random holes. And poke some holes. Some holes. And this one. Okay, so you can tell if you are using this kind of tin, it will make you it will give you a harder time because you have to like pick the whole thing and then keep doing it, but still it works. Okay, and then so just put your tart. Some people prefer to have the crust bake for 5 minutes beforehand, but yeah, I don't find it necessary. And like for the like I can't say it's the right way, but like most of the teachers, they teach you to do it like all together. Like that's the they say that's the right way. But if you want like a brownish like with darker color, then you can just put it in the oven for like 3 to 5 minutes beforehand. Okay. So now we pour the egg mixture, or you can use a spoon. Yeah. So just fill it to almost reaching the edge. You will find that if you use if you make the crust thicker, then you won't have much room for the eggs filling. So if you are if you're making it like for yourself, just do it to your liking. Like for me, I prefer more egg than the crust. So yeah, I will try to make it thinner. Okay. Okay, so put it into your preheated oven. Not sure if you can see it, but it's like no, I have to move my camera. Don't move this tree. So it's like to the to almost reaching this line. So now put it into the oven. A little more here. So, we will set the time for 20 minutes, but actually there is a really important tips here about baking, because egg tart is easy to make, but if you want like the smooth outcome, like what you see in the picture, the baking is the most important, because you have to know your oven well, like, and you need to, like, before the eggs get too hot and then bubbling way up, like too high, you have to open the door, the oven door, for the rest of the baking time. So you have to watch it. Just for the first 10 minutes, it should be good. But like after 10 minutes, because we are setting 20 minutes bake time, but for the like from 10 minutes, then you have to stay there. And then if you see the eggs like rising, start to rise, then you have to open the oven door by like maybe 3 inch. You don't have to do it like all open. You just have to like do it like 2 to 3 inch. Yeah, keep a gap there, and then bake until the eggs is set. You can always test with a toothpaste, toothpick. Yeah. So this is what we are waiting. So in the oven, just keep an eye in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, because some oven they're strong enough, and then you don't need the whole 20 minutes. Yeah, and the key is to catch that rising moment. Before it rise up high, you have to do that. You do have to open the oven door a bit. Yeah.
So there's a bit of a conversation in the chat here. The first question, which I think we have an answer here from Karen, which was wondering what the purpose of poking the holes in the pastry was. So Karen had said, because the pastry has moisture, it will turn into steam with the heat of the oven. The steam, if it's trapped in the pastry, will make bubbles, will then push the filling up over the edge. Is she right?
Yeah.
Got some experts here.
Yeah.
The second comment or question here is, so do you mean you bake until it's clean, like a toothpick comes out clean?
Not really for the toothpick. Like if the egg is set, then you can put a toothpick like standing in the egg. So that means you're good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just a reminder about what temperature is. Was it 350?
375 F.
375. Okay.
Yeah. But for some oven, like if you have a stronger oven that you know, then just turn it to 350. Yeah. So making egg tarts is like easy to make, but it's hard to make it perfect. Yeah, you need some practice and you need to know your oven. So, but once you get it, then you know you will fall in love with it. Like you will find it super easy. And for this kind of dough, if you want to make it in batch, you can always keep it in the freezer. And then before you want to use it, then just take it out from the fridge the night before. No, take it out from the freezer to the fridge the night before. Yeah, it's easy. And you can also make pre-make tart shell. Like if you have a lot of these, then just do all the shaping, all the work, and then just keep it in a spot in a bag and put it in the freezer. Then if you want to use it, just use it. Yeah.
Okay, so a couple more questions. This is great, lots of questions. Do you poke the holes all the way through to the tin, not just little indents? How deep?
Just little ones, just little ones. Yeah, as long as there is holes, or because the tart is so small, so don't have to poke it off like through. Yeah.
Okay. Karen asks, is that temperature for fan forced or conventional?
That's I have a convection. Yeah, oven. So I use 350 because usually 350 will be good, but the recipe calls for 375. Yeah, for normal oven. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have a quick one like convection one, 350 may work. Yeah.
We've got a question here from Judy. How long do the finished tarts last? Should we refrigerate them?
If you refrigerate them, then when you eat it, the crust will be, I think it might get soft. Yeah, if you just eat it directly. Yeah, so you might have to rebake it, like reheat it. If you reheat it, keep it like just like like toast, just like what you do for toasting, then it will be good. Yeah.
I have a question.
Mhm.
I know that we're making these ourselves, or learning to make these ourselves. But is there a place that you go to buy them if you are not feeling like making them yourself?
The egg tarts, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, unfortunately, not in US. Like I can't find any bakery in US selling egg tarts. But I think TNT, but doesn't taste that good, like to my liking. Yeah, the best one I have found might be in Richmond, Cam Do. It's called Cam Do. Yeah, and they have, I think they have both types, like the buttery and also the bakery. They have two types there.
Oh, we have actually two people suggested the same place in Burnaby, but they always run out. How do I pronounce that? Because I'm new. Marui Bakery? Maru.
MARUI.
Oh, thank you, Eddie. Maru Bakery.
Oh, I haven't been there before.
Thank you for that.
But once you learn it, really, really easy. You will find it really easy. That's one of our typical snack for like weekend. Like when the kids are napping, then I just spend the time like making. We usually make like 12 or 14 or 18 at a time, and then all gone.
Okay, so people are saying Maru is East Van, maybe bordering East Van Burnaby, and Lido in Richmond.
Oh, Lido, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot that. Oh, yeah, Lido. Yeah, Lido is even better than Kemp's. Yeah, and their pineapple crust bun is really amazing.
Someone just said that. Albert just said that at the exact same time as you.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's unforgettable. Like every time when I was close by, I would just go there. But they sold out quickly, and then it's totally a matter of luck that you can get one. So my oven is now counting to like 12. So it's like 2 more minutes, and I have to go there. But I will bring my camera there so you can see that moment, like what we are looking for. Yeah. So this is at the 8 minutes after we put it in the oven, 8 minutes. So we are waiting for that rising up moment. I'm using a small oven, like countertop oven, to do the demonstration today, because I just want to let you know it's really okay to use a small one. You don't need to like bake maybe half a dozen of egg tarts using the big oven. It takes so long to heat up, and also so much energy. So.
While we're waiting, do you have any memories or maybe even differences that you can share with us about the bakeries in Hong Kong versus what you might find here? It's interesting to hear about the origin of the.
Oh, I think the bakeries in Hong Kong are so like they have so much variety, I would say. Like once you get in, you will find it, wow, like there could be like 60 70 types of bread they're selling. It's like crazy. And like in Hong Kong, they have so much creativity, I would say. Yeah, I even saw some bakeries selling buns with a drumstick inside. So it's like, wow. Yeah, it's not a burger, but it's like drumstick bun. So it's fun. Yeah, but I think for bakery here, even if they sell Hong Kong style products, there aren't many varieties. Yeah, so that's the biggest difference. And usually in Hong Kong, because of the small space, like the tiny space, like going into a bakery is like it's like I don't know how I should term that, but it's like you find it so sometimes overwhelming, but it's like it give you lots of opportunity to interact with others, because like people are just we use those phones to like grab what we need from the tray, and then we just so it's like more more fun experience to shop in bakery in Hong Kong.
Other than egg tarts, is there anything in terms of like a baked good or a pastry that you really miss from Hong Kong that you can't actually get here?
I can't get good ones here, I would say. That's I think that's called a wifey cake. Wifey cake. Wifey is like husband and wife. Wifey cake. It's kind of like a sweet pastry with flaky skin, and then a soft and little chewy feeling inside. Is that like the feeling is so special? Like I tried making it once at home, but it takes so much work.
I was secretly asked that, hoping that someone would be able to say, "Here's where you can find it." Eddie said,
you can find it in Richmond or some stores in Burnaby, but they don't taste good.
"Oh."
I tried, but not that not the one that I missed anyway. Okay, so I think so mine is like 12 minutes now, and then you can see it's hard to see actually. Some
Your hand is blocking the camera just a little bit.
oh, okay, this side. So if you look at the two closer to us, you can see it grows a little bit. Like maybe it's hard to see anyway. Yeah. So oops. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think for the it's hard to see. So for this one is actually going up a little bit. Yeah. But it's only that one.
So you're waiting for the moments when the eggs rise and then you open the door.
Yeah. And actually, before it rises too quickly, then you just have to like let the door opens a little bit. Yeah. I think it's almost. Yeah, I think it's almost. Yeah. So you can see. I'm not sure you can see or not. Like let me use something to point it. Okay. So not sure if you can see it. So for this one, you can see it's like getting a little round, like it's going a little up there.
Your hand is blocking the camera again. Sorry, Eva.
Yeah. Okay, here you go. This way. So here you can see, for this one in particular, you can see rises a little bit. Not that obvious, but you can see it bubbling a bit up. So it's been this one for the eggs, you can't let it, like if you keep the door closed, it will be rising up too much. And then after it rises up, it will just pop down, and then you will get lumps here. You will get like holes here in the egg tart. You won't get a smooth one. So that's why we have to open the oven door a bit, and then if you can, so come out. Oh, it's so heavy. Not sure if you can see the one at the back. This one just pop up a little bit. This, okay, this one. It's like a little round, and then it gets a little up and down here. This one is. That means the egg is getting hot enough. So if you keep the door shut, then it will rise up and then goes down, jump down. So if you're not sure if the egg is set yet, you can now use the toothpick. You can see. Oh, I have to put down my toothpick. Okay. Okay, so to test the egg, to see if it is set, put it here. See, if it is still not cooked, then you won't be able to let it stand like this. So this is cooked, already cooked. But if it just like this is almost done, just give it like 2 to 3 more minutes until it is like, fully done. Okay, so I hope this is clear for everyone. Yeah, sorry for my very poor angle. Do we have a question there? Do we have a question there, Rebecca?
There's a comment. So when the custard is done, it will hold up the toothpick. Yes, that's right. And let's see, we had a little bit of conversation before when people were talking about the pastries that they like. So I see Lo Por Bang, green bean pastry. The best one here is at Camdo. Let's see. And I'm so sorry for my pronunciation. Macau is the place, makes the best Lo Po Bang.
Macau.
Macau, okay, great. Sometimes it's better just to spell it instead of totally disrespecting the language. Let's see, I think that's it. Yeah, that's nice to exchange those tips. One question that came across, which Karen also answered here, can we use a cookie sheet instead of a pan?
Oh, sure, yeah. I just find that size like good, so I use it. Yeah.
Sure.
And, one key. Put it in the lowest one. Bottom one. Like
lowest level of the oven?
Lowest level. Yeah.
Okay.
And then set up your cooling tray, cooling rack. Okay, last 1 minute for me. So, looks good. Yeah. Sorry for the overrun, everyone. Yeah.
Here's a question here, and don't worry, you're doing great, Eva. So how long did you end up cooking the egg tarts after opening up the oven?
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
8 minutes for now, yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, like the total cooking time will be about 20 minutes. So just look for the egg to rise up. If you didn't catch that moment, don't worry. Just like after like 12 minutes, give it a check, like with the toothpick. Just do it. And then if it's not done yet, but it's like not totally liquid, and maybe you can just open it up, open the door a little.
Yeah, so Sandra, how low in the oven? I think she's the lowest rack.
Yeah, lowest
that
rack.
You have.
Yeah. So here you go. do it here. So once they are baked, the crust is still soft, need some time to set it. So don't take off the from the tin yet. But for the silicone ones, I think I can just show it to you here. This is okay to touch it, just not the metal one. I won't be breaking it. So this is the, wow, it's hard. So this is the one we use, the silicone. Oh, silicone one. Oh. Okay, here you go. So you can see, yeah, it works. Yeah, it works. Yeah, totally out of my expectation. Before I tried silicone ones, I was like, it may not stay in shape, but yeah, it turns out well. It's a good alternative if you have these at home already. Yeah, you want something. So if you're able to take it out from this, remove the shell, then just let it sit here, sit on the cooling rack for a while. Yeah, for these ones, usually after it gets cooled down, like maybe like 5 minutes later, then you can just flip it over. Yeah, just like this. Just flip it over, and then you can just give it a little shake, and then it will come out. Yeah, if not, just use something sharp. Yeah, I have this thing handy. So if you can't get it out, just try going round. It's too hot to touch. Just going around the edge, and then give it a lift. Let me see if I can get one here. It's just so hot. Okay. Yep. If you remember, if you are from Hong Kong, you will remember those bakery. They use they would take a piece of bread. Let me show it to you. They would take a piece of bread to be the cover, and get the egg tart out like that. But of course, they don't use fresh bread. They use like something stale, and then they use it like this, and then they flip it over. Those bakery do it like this, and then they can just take it out because their hands are different, so they can take it out when it is hot, but not me. So they do it like this, and then okay, so it's like this. So do we have more questions? If not, we can wrap up. Yeah, we just don't want to keep all of you here for too long. Yeah, I apologize for the overrun.
To be fair, we asked you a lot of questions, which is probably why we went a little longer.
Oh, this one goes out with no difficulty.
There we go. Moment of truth. We all caught it.
Yeah, so it's easy to go out. We didn't even put any butter. Yeah, so it's easy to remove it, and then just leave it here, and then let the crust to be firm a little bit. So, hey.
I don't think we have any more questions. We just have thank yous for your instruction and all of your good tips. And just a reminder to everybody, I know this came up a few times, that yes, I will be posting the recording of this and also sending out the instructions. So the recordings will be on the museum's YouTube channel and also the Facebook. And I'll just retype our handle into chat here. It's NW Museum Archive. And I will send you those instructions over email. Those look great. The links to our Facebook and our YouTube are also in my email signature. So when I send Eva's presentation, you'll see them there as well, and you can click on them. So probably go up by tomorrow, just because it takes a while to download from Zoom.
So I just cut it out. Oops. So it's all set, and then you see everything is cold. So yeah, you won't get uncooked one, because if it is uncooked, then the eggs won't set.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. You've got many thank yous here, and I have to run as well, so I'm going to end the meeting. But yeah,
Thank you.
thanks everyone for coming. This was great. Loved all of the questions, and we hope to see you for future culinary heritage sessions as well.
Yeah,
Good night.
and thank you for having me.
Yes, enjoy your tarts. Send
Yeah,
us photos to my email if you are,
please.
successful or not. If you're learning whatever, we'd love to see them, and I can show
Yeah,
Eva. Okay. Good night,
thank you.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.